44. 45. 52.
Break goes to 52. More than enough reds in the open here for Barry Hawkins to win this first frame from here. Not too much difficulty.
53. 58.
Both these players, Barry Hawkins there and Mark Selby, lost at the
59.
quarter-final stages in last week's Masters. Mark Selby, a 6-2 defeat at the hands of Judd Trump, who of course went on to win the event last night against Ronnie O'Sullivan. Barry Hawkins
66.
lost to beaten semi-finalist Neil Robertson by 6 frames to 3.
67.
So they both had a couple of days off before coming here.
$73. 74.
Mark Selby there knows this first frame's gone now. Have to put all his efforts into frame 2.
$8. 81. 87. 88.
'Just wanted to catch that bottom red half ball just to leave it on nicely for this
95.
top right corner. It may still snick in, but it's a thin one. No.
Barry Hawkins 95.
But I don't think Barry Hawkins will concern himself too much with the misread. That break of 95, an excellent break of 95, has secured victory for him in this opening frame of this best of 5 frame encounter. And he takes a 1 frame to 0 lead over Mark Selby. I'll be back with more commentary. And frame 2 begins.
Do you want a dry one? I should have brought one out. I'll get one from here. Sorry, Mark, I forgot to bring one out. Second frame. Mark Selby to break.
Selby then begins frame 2. I think it's fair to say he hasn't enjoyed the greatest success by his high standards the last season or so. Would have been very disappointed losing his opening match in the UK Championship a couple of months back at the hands of James Cahill, who I have to say played very well, but defeated Mark Selby 6-3. Didn't even make the televised stages, Mark Selby. That would have been a body blow to him. He'd have gone into the event as one of the heavy favourites. I wonder if these two reds are set for a plant. They're pretty close. Yeah.
One.
Now will he be on the green into the left centre? Yes, he will be.
Mark Selby 1.
Well, slightly uncharacteristic mistake from Mark Selby, and that's the type of thing that he seems to be a little bit more prone to of late. But I'd say it's probably just a confidence thing when you're not used to winning the matches that you're used to winning and the tournaments that Mark Selby's used to winning. It does affect your confidence, and you do make the odd mistake that you wouldn't ordinarily expect to make.
1.
But of course it's early days. Match has only just begun. Hasn't really got a feel of things as yet, but the problem is in these best of 5 frames encounters you don't get much of a chance to settle down. The match can be over before you know it, especially against other top players, of which Barry Hawkins of course is one of them.
6. Seven.
Won't be happy with that, Barry Hawkins. Fairly easy black, but there's absolutely no chance he can get good position on his next red. Tried to do too much, I feel, with the cue ball. Caused him to miscue the black. Yeah, his head just came up slightly as he struck the cue ball, and that's sometimes what happens when you try and inject a bit more pace into the shot that you feel isn't really comfortable.
One.
Oh, that's a wonderful pot from Mark Selby. Absolutely dead centre. Now what can you do with the black for position on his next red? Oh, that's a very, very good effort. But he does still have a red straightish one into the far left corner. He'll probably fancy getting this. Can just screw back a foot or so for position on the black. Into this top right hand corner. He'll be disappointed if he doesn't pop this.
9. $60. 70. 24.
Play on the other table, table 1 has finished because Steve Maguire ran out a 3-1 victor over Ali Carter. Chance here for Mark Selby to take that cue ball into that group of reds and try and develop something. Oh, he's just slid off them now. Will he be on this red over the right corner? Yes, he will be. Slightly fortuitous.
30.
But that one hasn't worked out though.
38.
Lead of 32 points. So he's in control of this second frame, but just got to be a bit careful here. Doesn't want to give Barry Hawkins any potable reds to go at.
Mark Selby, 38.
Well, I think there's a gap through to the red, just to the right of the brown, for Barry to leave a cue ball in bulk. Play the red back down the table. But even so, difficult to play a very effective safety shot from here. Barry may be tempted here by the red just below the green into the far right corner. It's risky though. The problem is he's 32 points behind, and the longer this safety exchange continues, the more likelihood there is of Ball's been knocked onto cushions, colours going safe and the like, and that won't suit Barry Hawkins, being 32 points behind. Well, he has this cue ball so tight to the top cushion. Barry Hawkins, with this previous safety that he's put Mark Selby in a spot of bother here, he may well feel compelled to take the red on into the left centre, the one that's next to the green. I think he's doing so. Can't play anything else. Well, ordinarily I'd say that isn't too bad, but because the pink is over that right centre pocket, all Barry needs to do really is pop this first red. He'll be automatically on the pink. What just... Well, good chance to get back into this frame, but I don't think he'll be able to win it from here, given the position of the reds. Be a terrific effort if he did so. Cue ball's running nicely for Barry. Good shot.
7.
Being left-handed, he can reach this red rather easily.
Eight.
Yeah, played for the blue there. It's a good foot or so short of pace. As brown is missable.
Cheers, buddy. Thank you. 30.
Barry Hawkins, known to be one of the best rest players in the game. I always think a lot of the left-handed players are, for some bizarre reason. I don't know why. Jimmy White, of course, in his day was noted for being very proficient with the rest.
20. 21.
He's done well here, Barry Hawkins. Developed one of the awkward reds, so that one remains now that's on that right-hand side cushion. But he's got himself right back into this second frame.
$27. 28.
Just a bit short of pace there, but I wonder if Barry now can play for position on the black.
30.
He can land about half ball on the black. You just stun up into that remaining red that's near that right side cushion. And if that cannon were to be successful, you certainly have a great chance to win the frame.
$31.
Doesn't want to be straight, and he isn't. He's played that to perfection. Now, balances this second frame, I feel, could well hang on this shot. Oh, he's just gone behind it. Mark Selby will breathe a huge sigh of relief.
38.
But Barry Hawkins has gained the lead in this second frame by 6 points. all about this last red now.
Barry Hawkins, 38.
I think Barry will be a little disappointed he didn't snooker mark Selby there, but I don't think he played a bad shot. Again, just the speed of the cushions catching these players out slightly. Chance here for Barry to snooker mark Selby. Caught the red too thick though. Good cue ball nevertheless. If Barry plays this next shot well, that red ball could easily find its way in close to the pink and the black. He could easily snooker mark Selby. He's played this beautifully, it has to be said. Mark Selby knew immediately he'd be snookered, and he is.
Thanks, Mark.
Very difficult to escape from and leave. Everything's safe here for Mark Selby. Playing this with a lot of side spin on the cue ball to widen the angle off the cushion. He'll be happy with this. The problem is he'll expect to be snookered again very shortly. Or at least he didn't leave the red on for Barry Hawkins. Barry won't be happy with that. Would have liked that cue ball much tighter in behind the black. This is an easy escape for Mark Selby, and I think he'd be a bit disappointed to leave the red on here. Yes, played it beautifully. Choices here for Barry Hawkins. He can try and play the cue ball in behind the black, send the red up the table. Or he could Try and get the cue ball in behind the green, even leave the red near the pink. That's what he's chosen. Misjudge it slightly though, but the problem is when you make a slight mistake like that and you don't play the shot exactly as you plan, you can often leave your opponent with a chance to put you in trouble, and I think Barry's done that there. Great tactician, Mark Selby. Barry's misjudged this one. Left the red over the baulk pocket, as you can see. It's pretty straight, it has to be said, so not going to be too easy for Mark Selby to get good position on a colour from this red. Just going to have to punch this in with a lot of power, I feel, to try and create a bit of an angle. Yeah, that just made the pot difficult enough, didn't it? He's been very fortunate. Well, he's got a pretty good cue ball, Barry Hawkins, but he has left this red on for Mark Selby. He'll certainly be taking this on, I feel. Well, I wouldn't say Mark Selby would have expected to have potted that, but he knew the importance of it, and he hasn't really got away with it. There's a chance here for Barry Hawkins. It's not an easy red, this. Oh, he's missed it. Bit of a let-off, I think, for Mark Selby, that, but as Barry snookered the potting angle of this red, it must be very, very tight. I think Mark can hit the red, but can he see enough of it to pot it? I think the green's come to his rescue there. Even if Barry can hit the red directly, I don't know what good it'll do him. It's a very tough safety shot. Yeah, he couldn't avoid the double kiss. That was always the danger. Barry knew it. And one decent pot here from Mark Selby. I say decent pot because he's going to have to use the bridge rest, I think. That makes it very awkward. But he's just got to roll the red in. He should be on brown or yellow into the opposite corner. And if he is so, then winning the second frame should be, for him at least, quite a formality.
Cheers, man. Thank you.
It's incredible, the difference using the bridge rest makes to potting even what appears to be a simple ball.
What?
It's been full of variety, this second frame. Mixture of poor safety shots, missed pots, missed chances. But sometimes those are the exciting frames to watch in snooker, I think. Well, that couldn't have worked out worse for Barry Hawkins. He tried to cannon the brown, utilise it for position on the yellow. It was a very good effort. But by catching it just a fraction more thickly than intended, he's actually hidden the yellow spot with the cue ball, and now that's gone on the black spot. He may be snookered on the yellow. Just 9 points ahead, Barry Hawkins.
Barry Hawkins 3.
But he's played that well. It was never going to be easy to avoid cannoning of the balls there, sending the yellow round the angles. But he's put the green safe, and I don't think Barry can avoid cannoning the black in potting this yellow. Well, he could do.
So
it was a natural angle to land on the green. From my commentary position, I actually thought the cue ball cannoned the black there on its way to the baulk cushion, but it didn't, and being left-handed, all of a sudden, a chance to win this second frame.
5.
It's in. Well, from nowhere, really. Barry was given this opportunity, and he appears to be taking it.
9.
Oh, would you believe it? 18 points ahead, 18 still remaining. You can smile about it. He had what was a pretty simple positional shot there, and he's made a mess of it. I think that laughter's more in an embarrassment than of sheer delight. Wow, what a frame this has been. A lot of mistakes, but it's been exciting nevertheless.
Barry Hawkins 9.
He's managed to snooker Mark Selby. He needs to hit this, otherwise a snooker will be required. And of course needs to get it safe. It's a pretty easy two-cushion escape. Oh, I think he's left this, has he? Or will it run far enough? Blue was just one roll away from being safe. But now 23 points to the good, 2 snookers required for Mark Selby. I don't think he will return to the table, even though Barry Hawkins has missed the pink. He does indeed concede the second frame. So it's Barry Hawkins who takes a 2-frame-to-0 lead in this best of 5 frame encounter. 2 frames up. Possibility of 3 to play. Mark Selby has it all to do. Referee Rob Spencer is re-racking the balls for frame 3. I'll return with commentary when it gets underway.
Third frame. Barry Hawkins to break.
So 3 times ranking event winner, Barry Hawkins begins frame 3. Just one more frame required for victory. And what a good one it would be against the world number 1, Mark Selby, who has it all to do now. Where's the cue ball going here?
Foul. Barry Hawkins 4.
Wow. Slightly misjudged from Mark Selby. Chance of a straightish red to the bottom left-hand corner pocket as we look. You can play for the pink here, Barry Hawkins. Don't think he'll leave an easy red on for his opponent should he miss it. Unless, of course, the red that he plays were to finish up in a potable position. Good effort. He knew he'd be leaving the chance of a very thin red into the right-hand corner pocket for Mark Selby, but as you can see, it's certainly a difficult one.
One.
Good shot, though. Mark Selby needs to make the most of these opportunities. Can't afford any more mistakes, otherwise could end in defeat for him in this first match for him. Hasn't had a great deal of table time, not in terms of
5.
making
Yeah,
big breaks at least, so not surprised he's underscrewed that by a foot or so. Just asking Rob Spencer to clean the cue ball. May need to play this red now with the rest. He's just going to put the mini butt, I think, on the bottom of his cue just to see if he can stretch across and reach this red. I'd be surprised if he can reach this. Yeah, it can, just. He's a very tall man, Mark Selby. He's probably 6 feet, 6'1" even. Won't be happy with that positional shot. Mark Selby played for the red into the right-hand centre pocket. It can still cut in, but
12.
it's a very tough one to judge now.
Thirty.
Well, did well with the pot, but he hasn't landed nicely on a bulk colour. That was a tremendous shot from Mark Selby, digging right down on the cue ball, bouncing the cue ball into the mid-air, really, in contacting the green. Anything could happen there. Judged it
70.
wonderfully.
24.
Now can he leave himself a good angle here on the black to go into the group of reds, develop them. This is the last of the
25.
loose reds. Not a good pack to go into, I don't think, here from the black. Yeah. It was never going to be easy to get on a red from
32.
the black. As you can see, there's sort of a bit of a shelf at the back of the pack then. So often it ends in failure. May be able to get through to red into the green pocket, the red that's just above the pink. Just having a look to see if he can get to the potting angle.
$33.
Superb. And another look at this red. Hardly touch the sides.
41.
Oh, this is much better from 3 times world champion Mark Selby, current world number 1, and has been for quite a few seasons now. Mark Williams is the closest to him in the world rankings at the world number 2 position. He's over 250,000 ranking points behind still.
46.
Chance here to develop that little group of 5 reds. Could play for the loose red, but I don't think he will.
51.
Well, surely this red to the left centre is the easiest pot. Can run the cubal up for the position on the blue.
52.
Okay, to the yellow instead. A bit shorter pace though. Just looking at the green now. But one more good positional shot. You'd have to say that Mark Selby would be heavy favourite to win his first frame. From what I've seen so far in this morning's matches, the 2 that we've seen, the players are just struggling with the pace of the cushions. They're just a little bit slower than they're hoping they would be. But that's sometimes a good thing. Nothing worse than when the cue ball rebounds off the cushion faster than it actually goes on. That causes all kinds of positional difficulties. Sometimes when you just need the cushions to be a bit
55.
more pacey and help you out in a position that Mark was in there on the green, having to bring the cue ball around the angles for position on the red. Sometimes it just makes things more difficult for you, and it's caused a premature end of that break and a chance of Barry Hawkins.
What?
Just wanted to develop that one tricky red. See his sleeve there, is very close to the green. Referee Rob Spencer in the background, keeping an eagle eye on it. Well, this this is a good chance for Barry Hawkins to win frame and match here. So good, these top players. Even though there are a couple of awkward reds, they're more than capable of bringing them out into play.
Five. Ten. $11. $18.
Play on the other table, table 1 finished, well, what seems about 3/4 of an hour ago. Afternoon matches begin at 2 p.m, so play on this table will be pretty much constant this afternoon. Don't think there'll be much time for a couple of the players to have their lunch. Slightly, I wouldn't say overrunning as such, but because of the length of these 2 matches, won't be much time before the afternoon session gets underway, which is supposed to start at 2 o'clock. The next match on this table, as I say, which should begin not before 2 p.m, will be Dave Gilbert versus this man here, Barry Hawkins. Close. I think Barry thought he'd potted that.
Yeah, Barry, thank you. Barry Hawkins, 24.
So Mark Selby, 27 points to the good. Just needs, wow, needs both the reds really, and they're both awkwardly positioned at the moment, so not easy for either player to win this frame in one go from here. Where's his cue ball going?
5.
Oh, it's just gone in.
Barry Hawkins, 4.
Oh, that could prove costly. Barry Hawkins, a great long potter, as all the top players are these days. One good one here. If he can leave himself an angle on pink or black and develop that remaining red, all of a sudden, it could be match over.
1.
Superb pot. Wonderful shot. Perfectly on the pink. Mark Selby's chances of winning this match are hanging by a thread now. One good shot here from Barry Hawkins. Well, played the cannon successfully, but will the red pop past the blue into the right centre pocket?
7.
It must be very tight. It doesn't look as though it goes. Red didn't pot.
Barry
He made
Hawkins,
no
7.
attempt at it. Just tried to snooker Mark Selby. So this third frame, well, given the fact that the colours are all on the spots, it's all about this red. Whoever pots it will fancy going on to win the frame. And in Barry Hawkins' case, the match. Selby thought he could cut that red in. It was a good attempt, but he's been unfortunate. Hasn't got away with this. One good pot here from Barry Hawkins. A seal victory. No. Oh, he'll be disappointed, Mark. Barry Hawkins at missing that red. He would have expected to have got that one. That one really well though. Will it reach?
Foul. Yes.
No.
Barry Hawkins 4.
Miscalled. Barry Hawkins has exercised his right to have the cue ball replaced. Well, I thought he had.
Mark. Barry. Foul.
Same
Yes.
again.
Barry Hawkins 4.
These points are mounting up. Just 8 points behind now, Barry Hawkins. I don't think Mark Selby will leave the red on, even if he hits it. Problem is, he's given Barry an opportunity here to maybe get the cue ball in tight behind the black here. Wow, that's a severe misjudgment from Barry as regards the pace of the shot. He's overhit that by, well, about 2 feet. He's actually left the red on here for Mark Selby. Clever shot from Barry Hawkins, using the black as a stopper for the cue ball. Played that to perfection. Caught the red too thin. Left it on for Barry Hawkins. Only 8 points behind. Chance to win frame and match.
Whoa.
Once again, just misjudged the pace of the cushion rails. So work to do here to get onto the yellow.
Six. 8.
This is the shot now from Barry's point of view. One good positional shot to the brown. That should be match over. Points are level.
11.
Green, brown and blue needed. In goes the green. In fact, it does need the pink. Doesn't want to cannon the blue.
50.
Oh. Well, it's not too bad. He's still on the blue into the left centre. Just needs a good positional shot to the pink to seal victory.
Oh,
and this looks good to me. Being left-handed, this pink shouldn't present any difficulties to Barry Hawkins. And in the pink goes. That's frame and match for Barry Hawkins. He gets his account well and truly underway here. His first match ends in a 3-0 victory for him over world number 1 Mark Selby. So well done, Barry Hawkins. It's now coming up to 2:05, so play will get underway in the afternoon session very shortly. In fact, Barry Hawkins has just been told there by Rob Spencer that he's got to remain in his chair pretty much because he's the next match on. And he'll be playing, let's have a look, he will be playing Dave Gilbert very shortly. Just time for a cup of tea maybe while the table gets brushed and ironed in readiness for the afternoon session. So I'll be back very shortly with that match.